Welcome back to my channel, the WingzofNigh6. All right, so I'm gonna get right into it. Saturday, somewhere around 11:50 a.m. Beautiful day. Woke up, went out, opened the doors, let some real fresh air get in here, you know. It was real beautiful today. Woke up nice and slow. So, today in the channel, I wrote a few things down. I think I'm gonna call this one the Cotton Candy Capier, because that was my nickname for the longest time. Like, since I got out of, oh, you know what? That was what encouraged me to get out of student government, you know. It didn't matter how much I helped these people, you know. That's when I really started learning. There's not much you can do to help people. You can only help yourself. And this is me sharing this part of this story, but it was funny. Being the Cotton Candy Capier, I realized I had to be a little bit more selfish, but finding that happy medium balance was was more difficult than it is now, is how I should put it, you know. So I had been working this job for a little bit. It's such a funny story. Working sanitation, right? Cleaning up around the facilities, and it was a nice facility. Had nice little walking trails, and had rides for the kids, and other places for adults to sit down and enjoy themselves while the kids were also enjoying themselves. So I'm working sanitation, cleaning up. End of the day, I was 17 at the time. I was busting it, bruh. I ain't had no problem, man. I enjoy working. Unlike most people. There aren't many people that enjoy working. I enjoy doing what I do. And regardless of the task, I always do my best to find enjoyment in the task. And I understand that there are a lot of people that I have been raised around, that have a very difficult time finding enjoyment in whatever task that is presented to them. Now, there are some tasks where I say no, okay? And because I am so resilient in the task which are given to me, and I do my best to follow them through to the best knowledge that I have before anybody has given me instructions, more than the instructions of do this task, right? So, working this job, cleaning up after people, things just continue to get weirder and weirder and weirder. And everybody else is like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Of course you don't. You're just as weird. So, you know, I had to accept that. You know, people are going to be weird and do what weird people do, right? So, I thought that I had accepted it. And it seems like every time I open my mouth, I got more people making statements of, hey, this is, what you're doing is weird. Don't mention about what I'm doing. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. You really just allowed your son to come in here and use the restroom by himself. And this is a children's place, so you could have taken him in there, the women's bathroom. So what she did do is, right, ooh, nice breeze. Oh my goodness, I love the spring. It feels so good. Get outside, get to walking. But anyway, the child placed a perfect pile, round pile, as if it was an emoji. Right there on the side. Right there on the trim of it all, okay? Of the porcelain is what I'm talking about. And because it is my duty as an individual of the sanitation crew, I cleaned it up, right? With a smile on my face. Regardless, I did have a mask on. Didn't want any splashback, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Good times, right? So, anyway, the reason that they called me the Cotton Candy Capier was because at the end of the day, after doing all of this cleaning up for everybody, their mothers, their grandparents as well, okay? One of the young ladies, I wasn't sure if I was attracted to, but definitely after these attributes, it was kind of like a hell no, you know? There was quite a few things that had happened, and as me being the good person I believe that I am, and that I always try to aspire to be, I always overlook the certain red flags that allow me to negate a full disclosing assessment of the individual, right? So in that aspect, I had not been able to visually or mentally, should I say, pick up on those things and where she was not my friend. So in all of that, I was running around, cleaning up, going to everybody's trash and picking up the trash because they were so tired from walking around all 5 hours. I'm like, I've been here all day. What are you talking about? I didn't come in here to spray down the floors, but I've been here walking around spraying toilets all day, okay? So when I was out there doing the last cleanup, now place closes down at like 7:15, 7:30, I think it was. Or was it 7? What day was it? I think they closed down at 7. And we were, not me, but the security was in the process of moving the rest of the customers up out of the facility. Because there's kids around. It's going to take a little while to gather all that ball of energy, a ball of chaos. And all right, we got to escort you this way. You know, a ball of chaos, you got to herd all over the place, right? So, while they were doing that, I was up there cleaning up all the trash cans. Now, at the end of the day, job's over, right? Day's over. I can enjoy myself while I'm going around, riding the gate around, throwing the trash in the back and keep it rolling, right? I was having a ball. And actually, I wasn't even riding the gator around because there's people still there, right? So I was not about to be riding the gator around throughout the walking paths. But I had a nice large trash can, and I was running around as if I was the gator and the trailer was the back of the gator, right? So we running around. I'm running around. throwing my trash in the back, throwing my trash in the back, boop, 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 throwing the trash cans up, filling the bags with, filling the cans with clean bags, making sure the bottom was all cleaned out. I had a rag and I would spray them joints down, man. I take care when I do something, I do it right. Just like when I used to clean my own church, until they started getting petty. Started getting petty. I'm like, wait, you don't have the equipment in order for me to do the job of others. I use the equipment in which that you've provided for me, and you are attacking me as if I got some cleaning shop vac that jets it down into the carpet fabric and pulls it up at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's just like, all right, yeah, I don't have to communicate with you anymore then, if that's how you want to perceive things, right? So once again, I'm on my happy trail, just a walking. Okay, just a walking. So anyway, back to the story. I'm running around grabbing the trash cans, throwing the trash bags into my bucket, putting clean trash bags into the trash can after I sprayed them down and wiped them down, right? Running back and forth. Oh, yep. I had like a mental check in my head, or no, there was a map inside of the little shed where folks would be hanging out, waiting for the end of their shift to be completely over before they would run up to the headquarters where we had our last meeting at the end of the day meeting. And then we were, then we were told we could leave by headman, gold tag. Said that we could leave, and then that's when we would head back to the other spot and clock out, because the clock wasn't where our office was, and then we had another sub office closer to where we usually gonna be working at. So, the boss man ain't got to be disturbed while the other younger managers are in their office doing what they got to do and making sure everything was all right, right? So you had the white tag, you had the blue tag. No, you had the white tag, yellow tag, blue tag. Yeah, you went straight from yellow because you wasn't going from yellow to gold. Like, come on, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, right? But anyway, so up here, I'm running back and forth, and these girls is up here sitting in the lower office, these white tag girls. So white tags mean you fresh bodies, And I had a homie come back up to me and tell me about this story again. But he said he made it seem like I was a gangster and I was riding around on some chopper bikes, and I got wetted up and whatnot. It's just like, oh, is that what happened? Thanks for telling it in that aspect. Like, yo, man, vantage point, getting told in so many different ways on this. Shit too funny, man. But anyway, so I'm running back and forth. These girls are like, oh, I want some cotton candy. I always see you getting the cotton candy. And I was like, oh, I guess so. You can go out there and get it too. And you're sitting right there. Yeah, but you moving. And she's like, I should have known they was trying to set me up. I didn't know there was gold tags out there just walking around to be walking around. And he was supposed to be, I think he was the gold tag for the rides part, right? The rides part of the, everybody that had a different, there was sanitation, there was rides, there was concession stands, and then you had the castle bus, but they was completely different outside of everybody else, right? So, in that aspect, I went and I did it, I went and grabbed them that little cotton candy, because it was 7:35, damn near 7:40, I think, and everybody was supposed to be getting escorted out. They was taking forever. Everybody was in line. He was like, look, I already made too much of it. I was like, yo, man, can you make sure you keep some cotton candy on the side for me? He was like, yeah, man, it's no problem. I already made too much. Bro was like, I already made too much cotton candy. I'm gonna have to throw it away anyway. So I was like, yeah, man, just make sure I threw him a fresh trash bag. And, you know, it's supposed to be going to the trash anyway. Yo, that's the... And then they got me, I think they got me 3 more times, but I don't know too much about the 3rd time. But I know more about the 2nd time. They got me with that same move. And I'm like, oh, man. Yeah, cause the one girl, I gave him my schedule, and they was like, no, you work for us, we give you the schedule, and you follow it. And I was like, bro, who are you again? Yo, I need you to pump them brakes all the way down, okay? Cause you don't run shit nowhere. I mean, you don't run nothing nowhere. Goodness, I'm trying to do better on my language, cause, you know, they used to call me Luffy. I used to cuss like a sailor, man. But I'm doing better in understanding the language in which I'm speaking and the people that I'm speaking to. So, you know, I'm getting better at communicating to these FOOLS's out here. That think they on SUCCESS out here, you know what I mean? So you gotta let folk lay where they lay and, you know, be where they want to be at. No sweat off my back. Am I sweating? I ain't even sweating yet. You know what I mean? I gotta put another 20-30 minutes in out here for you see maybe like a real sweat. That's why I bring y'all out here and talk with you. Come on, let's have a conversation and let's stop sweating while we talking, okay? Y'all be sweating standing still. Okay. Your body been moving while it's sitting still. Anyway, I got a lot of people out here working against me. It's all right. Always had me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, let me stop up here playing in this blue dream, because y'all people get really sensitive. I wanted to give you the Eddie Griffin eyes. Like, oh, get it crazy. Yo, he's always gonna be a brother out of respect to him. He's a funny comedian, and he's always gotten to the point. So I gotta rep that. Anything else? So I told the cotton candy story, and then okay, no, I ain't finished telling you that. So then so after that happened, I got shorties, cause I told one no, and then the other one came to me, I told them no, and another one came to me, I told them no, and all 3 of them came together and was singing me a sweet little tune. I was like, ah, shit, what is all this for? Yo, I'll do anything to shut you up right now. Like, I'll do anything to shut you up. You want some cotton candy? Here, eat that. Get out of my face. And then they went and told on me. He got me cotton candy. Wait, what? They was eating it and everything. I was like, y'all some fools. Then they went and told on me. I was like, oh, y'all some hating ass fools. Up there trying to pick their chests up at people and shit. It's like, yo, if you don't sit down, what's up with all this punking people on the cameras and whatnot people be doing and stuff? Like, what is this? What are y'all doing? This is what you call fun now? This is what you can't just go outside and play ball no more, right? Oh, because you're too sluggish and you can't keep up. And that's my fault. You got that to complain about. Shoot, you better go for a walk every day or something. Yo, get up off that couch. Stop eating them Lay's potato chips. Woo! Man, I crack myself up. Especially out here on these walks. Anyway, yeah, them girls told on me. I went in there thinking I was gangster, you know what I mean? And what are you talking about? I ain't take no cotton candy. You know what I mean? It was like, well, something else happened. And they was like, oh, can we call your grandfather or something like that? And I gave him my cell phone number. And and then I gave them my cell phone number, and I had my cell phone in my pocket, and I'm not supposed to have my cell phone in my pocket while I'm out there on the floor. It don't. It was told on myself, you know what I mean? Told on myself. That's alright, man. You know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I ain't do no nut shit like nah, the other one was completely different. The other one was completely different. I didn't do no nuts like that. I wasn't stealing hours, or I wasn't doing none of that. Like, I was just really just enjoying the festivities of work and all of that, you know what I mean? I was really just going in, having a good time. They was like, yo, man, you look like you're having too much fun at work. You're not allowed to look like you're having fun here. This is a corporation. We're supposed to be gray, okay? You're not supposed to look like you're enjoying yourself. Like, that's the conversations my bosses were having with me. What are you talking about? Would you let me work? And then they start telling on me behind the door, like, what did I do? I enjoyed myself. So I'm up there. They call me to the back. I'm up here. I dropped the cotton candy off, and I did, cause I took my my other little personal dumpster, emptied that joint into the gator, drove the great gator up to the compressor, and then after I smashed all that stuff down into that compressor, I went back and got another load. Went back up, came back. Then I got the call on the radio. They was like, hey, yo, we need you to slide through right quick. Right? I'm like, all right, what's on? I'm going to be right there. So I slide. I'm like, all right, you know, ride the gator shit. I'm thinking all the shit. I'm thinking I'm about to get some type of reward, because I was putting in over like 45 hours a week. And they was mad at me already because I was putting in too much time. They was like, yo, man, you can't be this young, under 18, putting in time like that. And I'm like, yo, why can't I get some practice in? Why can't I get no practice in? Y'all bitches want a nigga to be 15 years in the ready. Y'all ain't got shit else to say when a nigga getting his work in, and then y'all be running y'all damn mouth saying nothing but bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck am I supposed to do about that? I'm like, ugly spirits have an ugly mouth. What am I supposed to do with that? Anyway, so they called me to the back. They get my phone, called me, busting me down that way. They was like, you know what? We just gonna have to let you go, because you're not supposed to have your phone in your pocket. And we was literally looking for any and every reason to let you go. And since you got your phone in your pocket, that's enough of a reason. It don't matter how many hours. We security. We don't care what section you in. We security. And security is here to extinguish people that don't want to follow our law. I'm like, whoa. Get your pale ass face up out of mine. I ain't no board you can draw your chalk up on. Get the hell up out of here. Anyway, I walked off. Then there was this one bull. I want to say he was Puerto Rican. He really repped the flag and everything, heavy. And light-skinned bull, long curly hair. Oh, we gonna get them motherfucking bitch. We gonna get them up. I'm like, whoa, yo, bro. And this all happened on the day my car had broke down and I had to catch a ride to work. So I was stranded at work even after I got fired. I had to sit there and wait. I was like, damn, y'all really worked this shit out. That's all right. I'm gonna start walking. I'm about to sit up here and have y'all up here looking at me all embarrassed at this shit. I'm like, oh man, I look so embarrassed. I lost my job because people was telling on me. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't need to work there no more. I'm good. I'm good with all these fake wannabe gangsters out there running their dang mouth, right? That's why this all stuff is the way it is. You got these fake G's out here, but they really little G's, and they upside down too. These fake little G's be out here upside down on that weird shit. But hey, if that's where you generate your source of pride from, and that gets you up every day and gets you motivated to go outside and do what the hell you do, I can't take that from you. Can't take that from you. That's yours. You know what I mean? Regardless of how much you try to say, I'm not this, I'm not that, I can't do this because I wasn't willing to jump out the window for you to do that. Like, what? You know? That's what happens when we all get raised by women and actually follow their lead. As in, we supposed to, you know, convince somebody else to do something for us that really don't even fuck with you like that. That you don't even fuck with like that. You know what I mean? It's like they on that weird. And now I got bitches so much on the line. They be up there calling they other bitches to come up there to suck the shit that come out my ass. Yo, that 2 girls, 1 cup is a serious scenario. You know what I mean? Like, cause there's always 2 girls that are always going to be drinking out of your cup. Always. Always. When you see that, when you actualize that, that's when you know, bro, it's always a 2v1. And that's how God always told you it was going to be. Didn't he? He always told you, bro. It's 2v1 all the time out here. It's 2v1. It's 2v1 out here, bro. You really gotta be moving in here. You really gotta be moving. It's 2v1 out here. Y'all be safe, okay? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know what I mean? And all my boys out there from the team fadeaway. You know how we get down? Oh man, what was the symbol? Oh man, what was the symbol? It was something like, damn, I can't even do it on that hand. Shit. Nah, bro, I don't even know. I can't even do it. I gotta stretch my fingers. Oh, shoot. I can't even do it. It was something like that. Nah, I had to jump, be able to bend like that. So, I'm gonna work on that now. Now you brought that back to my forefront of my brain, and that's exactly why I be doing this, man. That's exactly why I be doing this. I appreciate you, YouTube, getting me out here talking about my vlogging and whatnot, walking and whatnot, and all of my weaknesses and everything. I've been sharing with you guys, cause this was one of my roughest events when it came to being in the military was rucking, man. I had a hard time rucking, man. Like, yo, My feet was always bleeding. I ain't never had blisters, man. I ain't never had blisters until I went into the military. Then I started wearing them boots, man. My feet was bleeding, man. I always had some gauze I had to redo on my feet. Man, I always had a cramp. I had the worst of the worst cramps. But, you know, I pushed through it. Ain't wasn't no thing but a chicken wine. Right? I pushed on through it. Had one of the hardest events that I had, right, was the 12 mile one. Whew. And the biggest reward, we had already done the 2 mile. We had done the 4 mile. Oh no, I had skipped the 2 mile. No, I did the 2 mile. I skipped the 4 mile. Went in there at the 6 mile. Did the 6 mile. And then after the 6 mile, I had gotten that one drill. I had gotten drilled. During that one drill, bull was 240. Nah, he was 260. He was 265. He was 265, solidly built. Bull was throwing up. He was curling like 270. You know what I mean? He was damn near curling his own weight. Big bull. So I was up there boxing against him. He was hitting me in my head all hard craziness. You know, he was like, oh man. Yeah, I got a soft head. So, you know, I got a hard ass. Oh no, I think I said that wrong. I ain't even gonna go back into it. But the 12 mile ruck march, after the 12 mile ruck march, there was a chance for us to enjoy 12-hour leave. And it was just all day, sun up to sundown. You can go out and, you know, see the city and just be around and be yourself, you know. And you got some freedom. Don't go out there and be too wild. Don't be buying no prostitutes or nothing like that. You know, that was one of the biggest things. They was like, yo, don't go out there and buy none of them things. Get burned out here. Yeah, man. Gotta be careful. I always got, I listen to this one lady, and she's like, gots to be more careful. Cracks me up, yo. Cracks me up so much. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. Now everybody's coming in, bro. This ain't even the day folk go to church. But people going to this church up here now, because I've been up here consistently going on my nice little walks. Everybody want to get a little gander. Just want to take a little gander. Faggot. Oh man. Anyway, so I'm in my 12 mile, right? We in there. And they had just gave me the saw, right? I was like, yo, man, why you give me this shit, bruh? I don't want this. They was like, well, you should have stayed in your PG position. I was like, oh, man. Well, and you know what? Another thing I always learn, when you PG, you always got somebody hunting for you. Always. And you ain't nothing you can stop that from happening. So, you know, since I got demoted, I went up there, I carried my weapon. There's the extra barrels and everything on the back. Right? So we like 4.5 miles in, right? And I'm humping, right? My legs started giving out on me, everything started cramping. I was like, damn, I ain't drinking enough water yesterday. Because, you know, you always got to remember, you got to hydrate the day before and not the day of. Because you get cramps in your stomach, and that's a hell of a lot worse than getting them in your legs. That's a hell of a lot worse than getting them in your legs. So that's the whole point of, you know, the church these days, is just to gather all the faggots in one area to try to conjugate and get them to infect everybody else around them, because that's what they do. So you got to get outside and you got to get seen. Make sure you guys are doing your ruck marches and don't get weak on them, okay? Keep pushing through. I had to push through, bro. I got to the 6.5 mark. So we had stopped every 4 miles. So it's the 4.5 was when I really started feeling it. After we had stopped that one time, I was with my crew and I couldn't. It was, I'm up here holding my baby in my hands, you know what I mean? Holding there. It's like, my feet started dragging, started slugging, yo, man. I couldn't even pick up my feet, bro. Oh, man. I was in 2nd platoon, so I was right behind 1st platoon, right? And there was 4 platoons on us. And I was all the way back there at the struggling realm. That's behind 4th platoon. That's behind 4th platoon, okay? I'm in fat camp right now, bro. And I'm 6 miles in. I'm in fat camp right now. Legs burning, everything itching. You know what I mean? So then I was like, all right. The next break came through at the 8 mile. No, we took like another break at the 6.5, and then we took another break at the 7 3/4, closer to like an 8 mile, because there was just so many people that was in fat camp all the way in the back, right? So those 2 breaks, I didn't stop. Those 2 breaks, I didn't stop. Everybody else is laid out on the floor, sucking wind. You're drinking their hydration packs and everything. I didn't stop. All right, I kept pushing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get up here. I gotta get back with my squad. Push through, man. Push through. Because the last 2.5 miles was straight the fuck uphill. Straight uphill. The last 2.5 miles was straight uphill. Ooh. I think at one point somebody had switched weapons with me and allowed me to carry an M4 for a little bit, and they were still in the platoon and in the squad, because I had fallen behind, and my legs wasn't strong enough. They was giving out on me. Man. They was giving out on me. But, I took the time that I needed to take. I breathed when I needed to breathe. And I pushed through that last mountain. Whew. And what I wish I would have known more then was to ensure that I did my proper stretching and was allowing myself to get through that. I definitely learned a lot. Learned a lot in there, man. Mountain climbers? Oh, man. What was his name? Drill Sergeant Kyrgyzstan or something like that. He was tough, man. He beat dogs living. Woo! I'm glad I ain't fight him either. Bruh, his arm span was the length of my wingspan. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, man, this guy's arm span was the length of my wingspan, bro. How you get up in there? Like, how you get up in there? Shoot, you really gotta, you gotta get up in there. Oh, man. He's running them drills, right? I'm running them drills. You know? Ooh. After that, I was able to go in my 12 hours. A lot of people was mad at me, man. A lot of people was mad at me. But they was mad at me because they didn't see me walk past them. They saw them walk past me, but they didn't see me walk past them. So, nothing else I can tell you on that one, bro, man. Sorry, you was laying in the prone. You was providing that perimeter to allow me to keep pushing through. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful. I'm super grateful. So I'm glad I was able to share that story. Thanks for listening in on this. I'm almost done this walk. I got a few more tidbits I think I wanted to add on, because I had been writing some things down, you know, pertaining to myself and all the facts that, you know, people don't want to admit to themselves about how they portray themselves and how they negate to share my actual story. But, you know, people want what they want, and that's why they say what they say. And there's nothing you can control about them, though. So I'm going to do my best to keep to myself. But if I see you checking me out, best believe I'm going to turn around and give you a roundhouse. You know, hello. Like, get out of here. It's literally that simple. Mind your business, and your business won't get minded, you know? Yeah, let's see. What was it that I was looking at? No, I don't want to talk about that right now. Oh, I have to throw some real props out there to my guy Aquarius Waves, because he be speaking the truth. He's like, yo, ghetto culture is demonic, and the fact that we praise it so much is demonic. And if you don't think that it's demonic, then you demonic. It's just that simple. So we're gonna continue to move forward in life with that aspect, that ghetto culture is demonic, and that ghetto culture is no longer considered to be black culture because of its demonic ties. So as a black man living in this American black world, I will no longer be considering hip hop or any of those ghetto faculties to be anything of the such that will be considered me. Now, there are considerations in certain environments, but to post these things, you're not going to get that from me, and you're not going to be respected for posting those things by me either. So, moving forward, let's focus on the good. Let's focus on the good of the community. I really wish that we were focusing on the good of the community and not our pleasure that we receive from the community. Way too many of us have been having JFK posted up on our walls, but we don't really support his ideology of asking, what can we do for you, not what you can do for us? Because the Democrats have completely turned that around. Do you not see and understand that? How much do you sit out with your hand open, asking for some type of source residual income of something that would allow people that people should give you? You know what I mean? So yeah, let's work on that. What are you going to do for the community? Stop asking what the community. I know me probably just saying that, they gonna come for me, but I ain't worried about you. Last thing that's on my list is we need to drop that facade that we need to drop the facade that real men are actually gentlemen. And we need to bring that attire back in if we want that attitude from our gentle women. Okay, so that's one thing I'm gonna be working on as well for myself, is getting better outfits and, you know, cleaning up the look. But, you know, I need the community to support it so it can move, so it can be something. Because if it ain't gonna be that new, it don't need to be nothing. All right, I'm gonna end it on that. Thanks for coming out here and enjoying the Wings of Nigh.